All right, it's 5 o'clock, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So welcome to the Figment SMP Town Hall. This is the first one of its kind that we have started to do. I don't know how regular we're gonna do these yet, but this is definitely the place to talk about that if you want to. So before we get fully started, just some couple of ground rules we're gonna go over before we start this. Number one, please be respectful. We're going to allow people to come up here and talk, and you can say how good of a job we're doing, how bad a job we're doing, on just whatever you want to say. This is your chance. Me and Lakey are here. This is your chance to be heard. And so just be respectful. That's all I ask. You know, this is a place for open conversation, but we don't have to be rude. This is being recorded, so if somebody's not here, they will be able to see what was talked about and what went on. For some stuff that we're going to go over during this town hall, we are going to go over the TEDx store that is going to be opened as soon as this town hall is over. Some plugins that I'm working on, not many, one or two. And then people are asking about the lore, which I'll kind of answer in the next thing I'm about to mention. We had a town hall questions that we had people put into. Only 2 people really sent some questions in, so we're going to answer those first. And after all that's said and done, we're going to go ahead and open to questions that you may have had between now and to the last questions we ask or answer that were already sent to us. So now, if you do have questions throughout this, post them in the chat where everybody else is talking right now. We will get to those, and Lakey will give them to me. She'll go through them if she doesn't answer them quickly in the chat herself. And before we begin, Lakey, do you have anything you want to say?
I do not, but I do want to just thank everyone for being here. And yeah, we're excited to get it started. So back off to you, John.
Cool. All right, so let me go ahead and get my organized self here. Here we go. All right, so the TEDx store. What is the TEDx store? The TEDx store is just going to be a way for people to help support the server. We are not by any means taking away from anybody who wants to free to play. I mean, you're getting some perks, but nothing that's going to prevent anybody to be better over another person to an extreme measure. It's just, if you want to support, it's the best way to say, hey, I think you're doing a great job and here's some money, keep the server going. The perks, it's going to go to mainly just supporting the server in terms of paying for the rent. Because the server does cost money to keep up, and I'm always fine to keep it going. And even though if no one does get a rank, that's fine. I'll just keep going what I've been doing, and it's not a problem. It's just if you want to support and you get a little bit of perks as you do. And then let me share my screen real quick so I can kind of give you a look into what that looks like right now. Okay, so share my screen. All right, so technically, this is the store right here. It has 2 different categories besides the home and the about. It has the perks, which the perks is only one thing. It's a suffix command that you can get. It just adds a little tag at the behind your name. Not really much to go over on that one. But then we have these ranks. And we've only posted to the general population the Luminary one, which is the most expensive one. These are the rest of them. So you got Dreamer, Voyager, Mythical, and Luminary. Voyager inherits everything from Dreamer. Mythical inherits everything from Voyager. Luminary inherits everything from Mythical. Nomad does not get inherited into anything. It's really just if you want to go ahead and see what commands, or I guess the best way to say is testing out is purchasing a $70 bundle or a rank worth it or not. Got to get some of the bonuses, but not all of them. Just to give you that, hey, This is what it looks like when you get into it. It tells you what you're getting, what commands you'll have access to when you do. If you do decide to make a purchase, you'll get access to a new category in the Discord, and you'll see all these commands and whatnot. If you come in here to the actual ranks, the one-time purchase ranks, again, you can see everything says inherits Dreamer, plus you get all this and whatnot. I will say that the one thing the Voyager, Luminary, and Mythical do have that Dreamer doesn't is access to the premium jobs. It does this rank does not have access to the premium jobs. There's not a lot of premium jobs, and that was done on purpose. But they do have access to it where Dreamer does not. So just a little heads up on that. And I purposely went about making the premium jobs not like the main core Minecraft stuff. It's like beekeeping. Not everyone does beekeeping to the extent that they might use that job for. So it's just a premium job. Again, just something if you want to help the server. So I'm going to end the stream there. So that's the Figment SMP TEDx store that we'll give the link to as soon as this is done. On to the other item to talk about. Let me find my stuff. New plugins. So right now I'm working on a GUI shop, which will essentially replace that little marketplace we have at Spawn. There's going to be more, there's going to be a lot more variety. I'm still going to keep it kind of minimalistic because I really want the economy and player base to be focusing on supporting each other with player shops. I like the idea of a player economy. I want them driving the prices. And I don't know. I personally like it that way, and I think it works out better where we just let the capitalism take its way, and just whatever happens. If a chicken egg starts to cost $1 million, then a chicken egg costs $1 million, and this is what it is. So that's where I'm at on that. Next thing, lore. I'm actually going to answer that here in a second. There are some people who want to there is a question coming up that I'm going to answer in the pre-questions we had about that, so I'm going to immediately skip over to that now, to the questions that were sent to us already, starting with Blaze Panther. She said she had 7 questions, so I'm going to answer her first and move on to Thanatos, and then to Dan. So Blaze Panther, and actually let me go ahead and share this so you guys can see what I'm seeing too. Screen. All right. So first, any idea when season 2 will begin? Estimates, time frame, server activity. All right. So server 2, I believe, we started in April. The server officially launched.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So it won't be, at minimum, it'll be a year. So at the absolute minimum, April of next year. That's the absolute minimum. After that, I don't know what the maximum will be. I don't think it will go 2 years before season 2. Definitely not. But we want a little bit more development before we move on to season 2. Any planning for season 2? Yes and no. It's kind of a little too far in the future to be thinking about right now. Like, effectively, there's a lot more stuff I want to do and I'm thinking about. Nothing that I can talk about right now. But there are thoughts of plans. Adding crop shops with Spawn with dynamic pricing. Again, kind of go back to the player shops. I'm putting a very minimalistic GUI into the server so that technically, I guess somebody could, if they made 1 million wheat, they could sell 1 million wheat and make money, which is what it is. But they could probably get better money by selling it in their player shop. How do I think the server has changed since day 1? The server has changed significantly. I believe for the better. I'm sure when you guys have a chance, you'll start telling me whether I'm right or wrong on that. And it's definitely, plugins have changed a lot. I would say the culture of the server was uncertain at the start, but now it's very certain, and Yeah, there was some things that were going down, I guess you could say, in the first month or two, and we really defined the culture of the server being kind of a more chilled, laid back, not heavy on PvP, but still having some PvP aspects. So that was kind of uncertain at the start, but now we're still kind of there. Or we're here now. Can you reveal any future plans or additions to the current server that you plan to add? That kind of goes into the plugins. I'm gonna add those. There is more lore coming, but I'm gonna wait till I get down here to talk about that. Who, in your opinion, is your favorite player? Obviously, my favorite player is a secret. I'm not giving that up. Anyways, lore-wise, are you aware of the prophecy regarding the server ending? If I, Blazemancer, draw my sword in anger against my fellow server mates. I am aware of such things being said, though I cannot go into detail about that. So, let's see here. Going on to Thanatos. So Thanatos was wondering if Figment will take further step to further. Whoa, we'll take a step further as far as lore building in the world. Yes, we are actually working on with another player in the server to expand upon the lore. That wise man is working very hard to throw ideas at us. And there's some things that I'm going to throw back, and we're going to go back and forth till we get something going. There kind of will be server lore to build around your characters and stuff. I would say, yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I'm not gonna go into details because it would give up too much. But to this question, will there be server lore to build your characters and around and ideas? Yes. Then here for wondering to have players expand upon, wondering if you were able to explain this idea. There are ideas, again, that goes into the I can't really explain right now stuff, but there will be stuff for you to expand upon later that I think there's going to be some fun stuff. See here. I know there's lore on Figment as a concept, little things that have been added, but I'm talking more in context of world building. Again, world building, there's stuff, can't talk about it right now because it's not fully developed, but there is stuff coming. All right, stop motion Dan. Let's see here. I was about to type this. I can't really answer that right now. Again, we're still kind of in the. So, will there be any lore related structures built as the server progresses into new seasons? So, we are planning into new seasons to bring stuff from the old seasons in terms of will they be like a building? I believe there will be. There will most definitely be like weapons or gear that we plan to bring into the new seasons when we do, but that stuff is kind of so far out. It's just we're not there yet to start fully talking about that. But when we do that stuff, we will be we'll be reaching out to the player base who have cool builds or cool items and asking them what items or what build that they want brought into the new season. And that way you'll have this new world with the old world still kind of into it. Oh, okay. I know I rambled on there, but now it is time for the questions. But before I do that, or sorry, let me stop right there. We also, if you want to, you can come up here and talk in front of 16 odd people and give your opinion. Maybe things that you don't like, maybe things that you do like. Maybe you just want to talk about how this one little thing you really hate and you think should go. This is your chance to do that. Lakey, is there anything before we open up to that? Any questions in the chat that I need to address before we open it up to the whole world?
No, there are no questions currently in the chat.
All right, cool. I think there's a raise hand button. I'm not sure. Lakey, I'm actually going to kick you down from the stage. Can I do that? Move to audience. Can you raise your hand or something? I think there's a raise hand thing. Invite to speak. Oh, yeah, Lily did it. Yep. All right, cool. All right. So if you have anything you want to bring forward, you want to talk about, you want to say how terrible everything's going, how great everything's going, now is the time. Just raise your hand. Lily can. There you go. Timmy. Timmy. Oh, no, he doesn't want to talk. He had it and he took it away. Timmy, did you want me to bring you up? I can do it. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, let me invite to speak. Where you at? There you are. I did invite you, Timmy, so.
If you invited him though, wouldn't he popped up here like I did?
No, I invited you, and then
Oh,
you had
he
to
has to
accept.
accept it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh no. Did it like pop? It should pop up like right in the middle of your screen. Like,
ooh, where did chat go? There he is.
okay, there we go.
All right.
Oh, I had the window popped out, so it was covering. Okay, cool. This is terrifying. Hi everyone. I think everything about the server is absolutely wonderful, except for one thing. As you know, I very much like redstone and things. The only thing I'm really concerned about is just the speed of some contraptions. Like, obviously, things can be edited a lot to get some builds to work, but I've found that a lot of the builds are super inconsistent. I realize we spoke somewhat about this a little bit in the community hub about how it's just the paper stuff and what's going on there, but I'm just wondering if there's anything that can be done to improve that situation, or if it's just we got to deal with it, we'll work around it, like if there's anything there.
So I'm not much of a redstone engineer when it comes to all the knowledge on this stuff, but from what I know, my very foundation is that the vanilla does not translate 100% over to paper. And I don't know how far that translation goes, and I don't know how if there are any get arounds or anything I can do on my side to make it more so. I just know that paper sacrifices the stuff that vanilla Minecraft doesn't sacrifice to make your redstone machines work. And I'm sure I'll do a little research on it, but as far as like right now, I have no clue if there's any way to improve it.
Okay, no, that's fine. Because I did a bit of research myself as well about paper and how it runs, and I know that a lot of it is sacrificed for performance, and I get that. I know there's a lot of configurations as well in this server. My sort of follow-up question to that would be, if you don't think there's a way to actually work around it just because of how the server is integrated, would you be open to showing the config specifically around what's changed there, if that's something you're comfortable with?
So I know you asked that in good faith, but I won't, because that's something that somebody can come in and be malicious towards. And while I would love to, I don't want to risk somebody coming in and then absolutely abusing the mechanics they can to literally crash the server at a whim. So I'm gonna say no to that one.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, fair enough. That is my questions. I don't know how to leave.
I'll just kick you. Don't worry about it. Get off the stage. All right. Anybody else want to come on up here? Let's see. We have no other requests as far as right now. Oh, and there goes my chat. So yeah, anybody else want to come up and talk and do other stuff?
So Dial did ask, it's a paper issue, not a plugin thing, correct? I said yes, I'm pretty sure it's a paper issue, not a
Yeah,
plugin
to
thing.
my knowledge, it's a paper issue. They sacrifices a bunch of stuff to make it paper. So they don't want to use plastic and have the sea turtles die. So we're at where we're at. Yeah, okay. Then I'm gonna give it a 5 count. Oh, why can't we go up to the nether roof? So we don't want people going up to the nether roof. Mainly because there's a lot of stuff you can do a lot of stuff on a nether roof, and we are protecting the people, and this might be an unpopular thing to say, but I see it as more protecting the people who aren't those big giant like redstone engineers, because you can do a lot of stuff on the roof. And we're just trying to make it protecting those people who can't to a certain extent, kind of make it fair for all. and that's why it's not really you're gonna break the whole world. It just some people do, some people don't, even though it's one YouTube video away at any given time. And that's the reason. It just makes for a more fair thing, a more server. Cool. All right, I'm gonna give it a 5 count. See if anybody has any more questions or any more wants to pop up and talk. Okay. Then before we break off, one more thing to announce. My favorite build. Obviously, my favorite build is the one that Pup is building. Hashtag go check out her and Dodo's beautiful cathedral they're building. That's my okay, Dodo wants to talk now. So that's my favorite all-time build. Dodo, you're on stage now.
I haven't been doing much on it. I will be honest. I've been mostly trying to avoid getting killed by kidneys, so it really is not my build.
Well, then tell Pup that's my favorite build.
Perfect. That's all I had to say.
Okay. All right. So, the inn is pretty cool, Lily. I do like it. I want to play hide and seek in it. That's where I see the. Oh, and we're coming back, Dodo.
I just wanted to know any ideas on, because you wanted to build more of a community-based thing. Any ideas for people putting up events like just in the community for like, you know, community-based things? Like Pup and I had the idea of doing like a hide and seek around our builds, and like Lily would also have a cool build idea to do that. Is there any way we can like encourage that, like a place that we can like put for like, hey, we have a, you know, a game night idea for like if anybody wants to join?
I mean, that's what the player announcements is for, unless you think that's not working, right?
No, just mostly kind of also, yeah, like bingo and type of stuff like that.
Oh, you want to go like
of,
outside the okay.
Yeah, just like also just trying to like push it out there for anybody else if they have any other ideas. Encouraging the group.
I don't know, likey input. I know we don't have anything right now. It's kind of hard to do that, right? Because then you'd have to invite them to a different Discord, and that goes against what rules we have.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, they brought this up to me, and we're kind of like, I'm for the idea of like hosting like a Minecraft mini game night and using like the server thing that they have, because it's like a seed and you give it to the players and they join it, and it's literally like a private lobby full of like just all of us. They call them Figment Field Trips, and I really like that name. So I am looking to announce an event like that soonish. So yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, just
yeah,
mostly seeing if we can make it more like official type of stuff. Because I know we posted that idea to you, like, about I just wanted to like see if we can try to make it more of a, you know, official thing on Figment to get like a lot more people to join.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I don't personally see a problem with it. Do you, John?
No, I mean, I'm down for it, especially if it brings community better, gets more interaction. Definitely know that's one of our faults right now. If I had to say we had one, we do need more people interacting with each other.
Yeah, and like Timmy has a good thing, like putting in a separate world, like a resource world with a minigames world. That is something like John and I have been exploring, but we just haven't like sat down enough, I guess, to formulate it or even figure that out right now.
I'm a one-man band doing this on the side after my 9-to-5 job, so a little slow. So
no, not a Figment Bed of War.
No, I have something better, but I think it's going to cost too much money to do, so I have to see about it. I'm not going to release any information about that. Other than that, Dodo, you got anything else you want to say? Or did that answer your question?
Yeah, you answered my question. Kick me off stage.
All right, kick off stage. Get out of here. All right. So,
There's more questions in chat.
Okay. Read them to me.
Fur has one that says, could the current airdrop system be modified in some way?
Did you just call him furry? That says Fury.
Furry. Oh, sorry guys, I can't English. Currently the spawns. Shut up! Stop laughing so I can read this. Currently, the spawns are pretty far from anything, and the server doesn't have enough people online at most times to make it a competitive thing. And that's in regards to whether or not the airdrop system can be modified.
So the airdrops are hard on purpose. I made them kind of farther away with the expectation of only a few people being online. And that way, so I probably should nerf them a little bit. I will be honest about that. Because right now, if you go to the mob assortment, I think anybody could say that the mob assortment is a very rough one to go to. I see multiple people typing a chat. Yeah, as I talk about that. So what I'm trying to do is I want to give players access to free stuff. And I want to also have it where it's a chance that something good could drop or a chance that something bad could drop. And for the mob assortment, that's the villager, the villager egg. That is the zombie villager egg. And the rest of it, I think I have like a 5% chance to drop, and maybe I should go make that a 10% chance. Maybe, is it 5%? I think it is. The rest of it has a 5% chance. Each individual item has a different percentage chance to drop. And I've kind of counteracted on some by adding guaranteed awards. Like there was one, there's a staff head chest that drops, and it used to, first of all, the chance to have it drop is really low, but I also made it even lower to chance to get anything by putting like a 5% chance on the different staff heads. But the guaranteed drop in it is that there's a couple diamonds in there that you get. So technically you get a couple $100 if you go to it. And that's kind of where it's at. It has been nerfed a bunch, or buffed, I guess is the best way to put it, already. So it used to be, I think you had 15 minutes to get it, and it was 100,000 by 100,000 square block radius to go get it, and a lot of people were having trouble getting it. So now I centered it around spawn at a 10,000 by 10,000 radius. So, and the elytra, I see you brought the elytra. That's why he did it. So it was actually Pup who brought it up. She doesn't like using elytra, and she's like, I just can't get to it without an elytra. And so that's why I did 10,000 by 10,000. But if we think it needs to be lowered, what do you think is an acceptable radius to it? Or radius? Yeah, radius to it. 1 by 1. Get out of here, Cody.
$700 by 700, someone said.
That's a big drop from 10,000 by 10, or what's 10,000? I think it's 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 by 10,000.
Yeah, someone says 500 by 500, so somewhere in the hundreds.
And those are blocks, right? That's not chunks. These are blocks. So just confirming that there too. 5K by 5K. So it's kind of mixed grounds. All right, well, let's do this. Lakey will put a poll up after the round table, and it'll be two choices. It'll be a 5K by 5K, or leave it alone. So decrease the current radius to 5K by 5K. That's 50% decrease, and then or just leave it alone and we like it as is. And that's going to be for the airdrop drop radius, where they drop, and with the nucleus of it all being spawn. You just use /spawn or /wild to be able to get to and fro it faster. So we'll do that, and then that way we can get a good sense of where the community wants to go with it.
They also had another question too, that said, is it possible to make it spawn less far from spawn/loaded chunks in general? There are some really important things in there, especially monster eggs, so it's a bit of a shame they're a pain in the butt to get to, and that's assuming you have a pair of elytra.
I think I answered that already. Like they're asking if we can make it closer to spawn. So right now it's centered off spawn, like whatever the coordinate is when you do slash spawn, it's 10,000 by 10,000 radius around that. So that's where it's at.
Okay, so yeah, then by dropping it down the radius anyway, it would get closer to spawn regardless.
Yeah, so it technically it's just how far away from spawn are you going. So if you go to the very edge of the radius, right now it's 10,000 blocks out, the max it can go.
Okay, I'm just scanning the chat again.
Several people are typing.
Yeah, there's concern about the Elytra and for new players, but we reset the end every month on the 16th. So, and I know a lot of people go and like raid the end as soon as it happens. So I'm sure there's somebody selling Elytra somewhere along the server that people can buy. And if they're not capitalizing on that, somebody should be.
Is there a way to check the current airdrop cords by commands? I don't believe there is. Thinking back on when I was playing with it, I think no, you just have to scroll up. That's kind of if the next question, the follow-up question to that is, well, what if I join after it drops? Then I think that's just a unfortunate oh well. Get the next one. They come every 30 minutes.
Yeah, Dial made the note of saying that they think it's spawning a little too frequently. Like that's just their opinion, so I don't know.
It should be
Just
about
throwing it
every
out there.
30 minutes. So every 25 minutes, the old one dies, and every 30 minutes, a new one should come up. There should be a 5-minute like period between them. It also might depend on. It might not be dead on the hour. Like 5:30, it pops up. So I see the nether. The nether roof thing's also a big thing. We'll also we can also put a poll up. Nether roof, yes or yay or nay. Like if you want to, do you got the other one down too, like written down?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I was taking notes.
Okay, and then we can do the nether roof, whether people want to do that or not. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So I have one more thing to talk about before I end everything. Oh, Rotten's got a question. Is it Rotten? Is it Ratton? Ratton? I feel like Cody's pulling our chain on like he had a question.
That's Cody's main job in life.
Yeah. The plugin doesn't have a Discord integration. So it's the servers. Well, I guess with some app, I don't know if that would work. Also, that'd be kind of spammy too. I don't know if I like that, because you can make a custom role, and people could, if they want to, get up on it. But I wonder if it would go through. No, it wouldn't, because the server console. Yeah, no. Right now it wouldn't, because server. If anybody's ever been on the server when I do a broadcast or a say command, that's the server speaking, and the SRV doesn't show the server speaking. Therefore, if I did an it wouldn't show up or ping anybody. The ping, like for example, when we first started the server, you could say at everyone in the SRV or in the Minecraft SMP chat, or in the server you could at everyone. SRV would go ahead and do it, and it would literally at everyone in the SRV SMP chat. So no, it's not possible at this moment in time.
Fury said, when will we start seeing the entire lore bit of the server?
Truly, it comes down to two things. Between my wise man needs to start get scribbling. And then 2, also there's some things I want to do, but I need to do some research on some stuff that that I need to basically a little kind of hint into what we're looking at too. The custom items I want to be able to bring into the server. And it's a matter of I've never dealt with custom items before, so I have to play with it a little bit. So that it's like you do an event and maybe you get some cool custom item. Maybe it's one of a kind, maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll see. And that's kind of where I'm at. So it's a kind of a I don't think it's going to be the end of this month or the next. Maybe a little tidbit will be dropped, but nothing major is coming immediately.
So someone asked about a dime map suggestion that they put in chat, but I know map has been like a big people have been talking about that, so I don't know if you wanted to like address that as well.
All right, unpopular opinion time. I hate dime map and I hate blue map and I just hate all the maps. Cody has a great alternative that you can get a map client side that doesn't break any of the rules. I hate the maps mainly because I'm trying to side with the PvPers a little bit, because we do side with the PvEers a little too much. And if there's a map, you can see where somebody's base is. And that's why I kind of want to lean towards the PvPers and give them a kind of thing there, give them a little bump. And that's where we're at on that. So no maps are coming, but you can do what Cody did and get a client side map. It doesn't break any of the rules, so I guess DM Cody about that, because I have no idea how to do any of what he has there.
Yeah, Cody, you can post a link to it somewhere if you, in general or in here, if you want to share it with people. Lily's also typing a question too. She has one as well.
She's typing a question. Map images server memories. I mean, I'm not against that. It's just that's so far down the line. It's not really a. I mean, I didn't even think about that, so you brought it up. So maybe bring it up when the server's getting ready to explode. World download. Yeah, there will be a world download at the end of the season that you can come and get the good old fashioned your builds and everything. You can go ahead and get them. So, okay, cool. I think the questions are up. So the last final thing that I'm trying to get to. So mod applications are currently out right now. If you want to be a mod, go ahead and apply. There is one major thing that might be a hiccup in some people's plans to become a mod, and that's the required mic thing. That we require you to have a mic if you want to be a mod. While that is still going to stay the same, what me and Lakey have talked about doing is that we're going to create a lesser staff rank called Helper, which I'm sure y'all have heard before. And you don't need a mic for that one. You're going to be helping around the server. You're not going to be really have any authority other than maybe /mute and helping people in general. Answering tickets that arise to the best of your ability. So still apply to the moderator one. Just say you don't have a mic, and we'll consider you for the helper rank. And even if you did apply for mod, there is a chance we won't take you as mod or helper, but there's a chance that if you did apply for mod, that we'll offer you the helper rank as a we think, or we want to test or get some trust with you there, or something along those lines. It really just depends per person. Other than that, I don't see any more questions. I think this has been productive. I hope everybody's come away with happy with what we've talked about.
People are typing too some more questions in chat, John. Um, so Blaze says, dedicated Discord mod, question mark.
That'll be the helper, basically. The helper is basically like they don't have to. Will have no. They don't need to have any commitment to the Minecraft server. Truly, it'll just be the majority of their stuff will come to helping out on the Discord. That's truly where their strength is going to lie. When are we going to go bowling? I don't know. Last time I tried to go bowling with you, I was betrayed. So I don't know if I could trust you again. Joss, you can always come.
Lily says, oh, who do we message? Oh, Lily, you can just message me. That's fine. If you have a question about the mod application.
What question did I not answer?
No, sorry, I was reading Lily's.
No, but Thanata said I didn't answer your question.
Oh, Thanata's just saying you didn't like answer like half of Blaze's question.
I think I went down the list.
Yeah, but it was like one half of it. I think you didn't. I don't know. I think it was the favorite one. You said you're keeping your favorite player secret.
Oh, I know. I 100% have a favorite player.
No. But you didn't comment on like the favorite build or something. I don't know. That was one of them. I don't know.
My favorite.
Chat, help me.
No, actually, it's not Pup. I'll tell you that it's not Pup. It's not Pup. It's another player.
Clip that.
It's not myself, and it's not a staff member. So
I'm his sister. He doesn't like me on a normal basis. In Minecraft.
Yeah, no, I'm never gonna give them up. Never gonna let them. Anyways, so favorite build is definitely going to be the what Pup is building, though. Definitely what Pup is building, and that really cathedral is like really, really dope. Second favorite build on the server is Crow's clock tower. I think that's really freaking dope. That clock tower even dings. Yeah. And then third, honestly, this one's more of probably a nationalism thing, but that freaking Statue of Liberty is looking kind of cool. If I had to pick a third one, so
who did the Statue of Liberty?
I believe.
Oh, Care Bear.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, there we go. All right, I'll have to check it out.
I took a picture on top of it.
Oh, nice.
I can't wait till it turns green. Then I'm gonna go take another picture on top of it. So yeah, there's everything. All right, this has been going on for about 40 minutes now. Favorite troublemaker? I don't really have a favorite troublemaker. I'm not going to encourage anybody to make trouble. All right, so if that's it, we're going to go ahead and end this here, because otherwise you guys will keep going on for hours and hours and hours, and we all love it, but we got to stop this sometime because this is going to take forever for YouTube to upload.
Oh, wait. Yeah, but you did not mention the TEDx store and the channel that we created, along with the link to the TEDx store, and there's a 10% discount running in through Monday to celebrate the launch.
There we go. Bam. There you heard it from Lakey first.
Oh wow. Okay. I thought you were going to elaborate on that. I would have made it better.
There you go. Lakey, can you drop that TEDx store? I think I can do it right here. TEDx. There we go.
Yeah, I don't have the link.
I'll post the link to the TEDx store in that channel I just put into the roundtable chat. So be on the lookout for that if you plan to donate. If not, no worries. Also, I do want to say one thing. This is while I'm thinking about it. Donating is not a requirement. Donating will not make you any better. It will not give you any more leeway. We're still going to treat everybody the same. And I most certainly do not want to see somebody who has a rank kind of beating down somebody without a rank. That's really toxic. And one thing I hate the most about anything anywhere is toxicity. I cannot stand it. I don't want to see people bullying somebody to get into a rank. That just looks bad on everyone. So none of that. I will probably just straight up ban you if I see that, regardless if you bought something or not, because I absolutely hate that. Is there a way these colors really? Nope, there is not, Lily. Unfortunately, the way everything is kind of set up, it can't do that. Unfortunately. Your name is great.
Yeah.
Ball. No, Cody, stop doing that. The real story. Yeah, so other than that, I think we are good. And I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here for people who want to catch up and watch the recording on YouTube. I hope I recorded all the sound, because if I didn't, that's a rip. And, ooh, gosh. And then, yeah, going to end the recording.